Hello, hello. We're going to talk about peace and quiet and stillness, and peace and quiet and stillness and true self-care today. Isn't that exciting? Yeah, it's an entertaining motivational speech. Maybe, maybe not. However you take this material, I'm happy that you're joining me today. We're talking about lesson 208 in the workbook for students of A Course in Miracles. And as we're doing throughout this review period, we're sitting with and contemplating and accepting, yes, allowing a central theme into our lives, into our experience. And that central theme is the notion, the idea that's on repeat throughout this review period. And that is, I am not a body. I am free, for I am still as God created me. Even rhymes for our mnemonic ease. Yes. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah. And it's true. Now, you may have experienced various degrees of resistance to this truth. And if you have, excellent. Yes, excellent. We're not attempting to banish resistance here. We're here to notice it. We're here to notice it and forgive it. In other words, give it over to the Holy Spirit. And if you're following another spiritual path, in addition to A Course in Miracles, and you have other guides or another teacher, give it over to your guides or your teacher. So throughout all of these videos, and there might be some of you that are just dropping in, when I refer to the Holy Spirit, I refer to the Holy Spirit as my own personal teacher, whom you may or may not choose to take as your own teacher as well. Now, A Course in Miracles is a self-study curriculum, so that means that any spiritual background, all spiritual backgrounds are welcome to open this up and make use of this material. Doesn't matter if it is your primary or sole spiritual tradition or not, doesn't make any difference. So when I say the Holy Spirit, you can simply insert your teacher, guide, or guides. Yeah. What we're doing is we're getting out of our own way and asking the Holy Spirit for assistance. We're acknowledging something that to the ego is absolute anathema. In other words, death to the ego. And that is, I don't know what I'm doing. Please help. How about that? Have you ever reached a point of exasperation in your life? Have you ever reached a point of doing, and having it be so circuitous that you wind up in the same place, frustrated, overwhelmed? No matter what walk of life you're in, no matter what your career or your business life, your job has looked like, I think that each and every one of us can truly, truly relate to this feeling of being at a point where we feel like we've tried everything. We feel like we've orchestrated everything. We've planned and planned and planned, and none of our plans went the way we wanted them to go. And maybe some did, just for a little while, and then it was back to square one. All of the manipulation and orchestration that we attempt in this world, it's quite a wonderful thing, actually, when we arrive at a point of needing to ask for help and realizing that that's what we need, and then making the present moment decision to ask. This is what we're up to in spiritual practice. I say it's beautiful if you've had resistance to, I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. It's part of the path. In Buddhism, we call it taking it into the path. It's an opportunity for forgiveness. It's an opportunity to release your resistance, acknowledge and release your existence, not your existence. That was funny. Your resistance and existence too, your separate sense of existence. Yes, why not, right? Release it to the Holy Spirit, your guide or guides, to your teacher. Very important. Very important. Everything that seems to come up for us in life is an opportunity to give thanks for our abundance as Christ, for our limitlessness. In other words, anything that we see, hear, taste, feel, smell, touch, right? Sense, perceive, really perceive in the world that is beautiful, that uplifts us, is an opportunity to give thanks and to recognize our own abundance and limitlessness as Christ. Everything that we might label as painful is an opportunity for forgiveness. Anything that's fear-based, anything that doesn't feel good, we can really truly use our emotions as a guidance system here. How we feel about our experience is telling us whether we've chosen love or fear. If we feel good, joyful, limitless, abundant, playful, right? Happy, we've chosen love. If we feel frustrated, stuck, overwhelmed, exasperated, angry, in a fit of rage, you can bet you've chosen fear. Every moment of every day, we have the opportunity to choose. And in this review period, we're instructed simply to sit with this simple yet very profound idea that I am not a body. I am free, for I am still as God created me. Now, lesson 208. The review idea for today is the peace of God is shining in me now. The peace of God is shining in me now. This is lesson 188 in the workbook. And if you wish, you're more than welcome to go back and read the commentary on lesson 188 that we're reviewing. The peace of God is shining in me now. So I mentioned at the outset, this is about stillness, right? Quiet, contemplation, practice. The peace of God is who we are. It's who you are. And we realize that you doubt this often. Hence a review period, hence the opportunity to practice the idea, to inculcate it into your being, right? Yes, to place it firmly and irrevocably in your mind. The peace of God is only accessible when you are still. You always have it. This is what you are. Fundamentally, it is what everyone is. You are the peace of God. You are one with God. Let every single person on the planet do the verbal math. 1 equals 1. It does not equal 8 billion. No matter what the external evidence to the contrary may appear. One, you hear, you feel, you access the peace of God in stillness, in quiet, having dropped all of the drama that surrounds you, all of the drama that you take as your own, all of the thoughts about the past. Who cares if you forgot to pay the light bill yesterday? That's just an example. You could pay it today. Yes. We want everyone to take these ideas to heart and practice them. You have the opportunity right now to drop what you're doing and sit quietly, even if it's only for the duration of a few breaths. It is in peace and quiet, having let go of past thoughts, having let go of future thoughts, that you can hear, that you can feel, that you can experience the peace of God in quiet, not in frantic disharmony, the frantic disharmony that governs your lives with cellular phone technology, with multiple apps, with the internet. Yes, these are beautiful communication devices in the world. However, we're talking about the peace of God here, which cannot be accessed when you're scrolling your social media feed. We invite you to put that down just for a second. It doesn't have to be a long period of time. These are decisions that you make in the present moment. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, not 5 minutes ago, not 5 minutes from now, or now, right now. The peace of God is shining in you. We promise you this. This is who you are. This is who every single living thing is. The peace of God is shining in you now. We have every hope that you sit quietly and access this. It is a matter of willingness. The little willingness that's asked of you for a reward that's even greater than you can possibly imagine. Wouldn't it feel nice today to come home? I think that's the question, isn't it? Wouldn't it feel nice today to come home? And at some point in this progression of videos, I hope that you may unequivocally, definitively answer that yes, it would. These practice periods are, of course, there's a suggestion that you spend a certain amount of time on them a day. Now, if you do that, you will begin to see things differently. Oh yeah, absolutely. Now, if you are not able to spend that amount of time, you are, I stress, again, I've stressed this before, you're not doing this wrong. This is not, in and of itself, a reason to just put this down and never come back to it again, which, as you probably know, all too often happens here in the workbook. If you're only able to sit and take 2 or 3 deep inhale and exhale breaths and sit quietly for 2 or 3 breaths, 5 to 10 seconds, that is of enormous benefit. What this provides you is it provides you a reset. It's an emotional reset. It is even a 1 breath meditation is a successful meditation if you do it. Decision in the present moment, that's the theme, to do it, right? To carve out 5 seconds from your busy day. I know you can. I know you can. I don't care what your job is. Really, I don't, doesn't matter. It really doesn't make any difference. Each and every one of us can do this. We can carve out a very small chunk of time to sit with the idea that we're not a body, right? We can sit with the idea that the peace of God is shining in me now. Now, it's shining in you now. We have only to allow it, which means a present moment, clear, crystal clear decision to allow it. And then we do it. This is what's meant by getting out of our own way. Contrary to what some people say in the world, it's not entirely a passive act. There is an element of receiving to it. Oh yeah, there is. But first we must make the active, radical, revolutionary, if you prefer, decision to get out of our own way. To say, I don't know what's best for me here. I don't recognize my own best interest. Please help. Powerful stuff. That's letting go of the ego. And this is what we're charged with here in this world, moment to moment. So I hope that you may take heart in these words. As always, please feel welcome to get a hold of me in the comment thread here on YouTube or on social media, email, with any questions that you might have. This is the reason why I'm doing these videos. It's a tool for you, and I am here to help. So any questions, comments, please feel welcome to leave them. And I hope that you may take the opportunity today to take even just a short time out to practice this extraordinary material. You'll be glad you did.